Hello, Leo. Welcome to your June 2026 Tarot Forecast by me, Kathleen Robinson of Karmaqueens. So let's get started. So what I'm doing is I'm just mixing the cards here and just get them to come together. I'm going to shuffle them. There we go. And let's see what they're going to bring us. So we're looking at June. And we're going to look at, first of all, the overall influences that will be around us for those born under the Leo sign. Right, so we've got 4 cards representing the feelings or influences that are going to go around you during the course of this month. Let's talk about the King of Rods. Okay, so this card, when it's upright, represents that you are going to go ahead with something that you know is going to really pay off, whatever that be, whether it be an emotional payoff or a monetary payoff. You know you're going to go for it, but you're also very aware that by going for it, you're going to have to sacrifice something because it's not given to you without that sacrifice. And having looked at all of the options available to you, you've decided that yes, it's worth sacrificing. I'm going to go ahead. And quite right you are, because whatever it is that's the payback on that, you've definitely made the right choice. Now, when we look at the Queen of Cups reversed, it signals that something's over occupying your life. I call it a smothering card, to be fair, but it can be different areas of your life. So it could be maybe an emotional smothering where somebody is really in your face 24 hours 7 and you've not got time to be able to project yourself because you're looking after the needs of that person. Or it could be a friend that really needs you so much more than you anticipated, and it's causing a backup on all the other things that you're meant to be doing. Or it could be your job, whatever you're doing. It could be your job that's demanding so much of you that you've got hardly anything less for the rest of your life, which is a real shame because, you know, we only live this life once. So the only advice perhaps the universe is giving you to that is make it very clear that you've only got so many hours in the day and you do need to do other things in a really nice way. And I'm sure things can be brought back to normal. And if it's a workplace situation, well, they should never have done that anyway. So there needs to be some redress on that. The 6 of Cups upright is about reunions. It's an upright card, so it's suggesting that. It's also suggesting that there's quite a lot of time, when you have any, of being able to look back and look at the old days, what you used to do in the old days, if you like. Maybe with a bit too much reminiscent with rose-coloured glasses. So what it's trying to say is, no, live in the here and now, do what you're doing now, appreciate that because that will make you the memories that you will look back in the future. And some of those old days weren't all that great. They want to remind you of that. So yeah, it is a reunion card. It can also be a reunion of friends getting together in June and sort of catching up on what everybody's been doing. Now the final card is quite interesting because the 3 of Swords upright is indicating that during all of this process, you have been hurt before. So it's looking back slightly in the past and it's suggesting that you're finally moving through that hurt and pain and coming out the other end, more hopeful, having learnt whatever it is that you needed to learn to move forward. And it's a glimmer of hope that you're looking at now, moving forward, whether that be something that hurt you in your personal life or something other. You're moving through that now and you're moving forward, which has got to be a good thing for us all. So that's the general theme that you've got this June. Now I want to have a look at, since we were talking about relationships, about them. And remember, I'm only getting a best guess on what it is that they feel that they want to be saying to you. So in terms of relationships, I've got the Ten of Cups reversed and the Four of Pentacles upright. And this card here, the Ten of Cups reversed, is indicating that whatever that level of relationship be, whether it's friendships, whether it's work, whether it's intimate relationships or family, you know that you're trying your best and life is good. But there's always one person that never ever appreciates you for what you're doing. And they've always got some gripe. Well, what I'm going to say about that is, do you know what? It's your life. As I said before, you're living it to the best of your capabilities. Don't let that one discerning voice of dissent put you down. If they don't like it, that's tough. It's not their life. It's your life you're living. So do what you can and enjoy it, because 99% of what you're doing is fabulous to everybody. Now, I've got the Four of Pentacles upright. And when it talks about relationships, which are emotional, it means security. So you're feeling absolutely secure in what you're doing. However, there's a level of complacency here, because here you are protecting your relationship. Brilliant. But you're holding so tight onto it that you're not allowing that extra level to come into you, because you're concentrating solely into the relationship instead of looking at how you engage outside of that would bring you so much more joy. So it's saying, let's not play it too safe. Let's look around outside of our bubble and see what else is interacting with us, because it could bring you that extra level of joy that you're looking for. The next one we're going to look at is money. Okay, so we've got two cards coming around with that. So there are lessons to be learned, I believe, with your financial situation, because I've got the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and that means karmic truth. So it could be that you're experiencing a scenario in June, but the scenario is not new, because you have witnessed that as a third party somewhere in your past, and you were looking at how the other party dealt with that financial situation. Now, I've got to say, it doesn't tell me whether it's good or bad. All it's saying is that you're experiencing something called a karmic lesson. So you've seen it from the outside looking in, and now you're experiencing a similar situation with the first party, you, looking at it. The good thing with this karmic lesson is that you've already seen it before. So you're not actually without any tools to deal with it in the way that you want to deal with it, which is brilliant. And I see also that you've got the King of Cups around you as well. Now, the King of Cups upright means unconditional love. So it's a very lovely card to have you. Somebody's got your back. Somebody's there for you, whatever's happening financially for you, and you've got to know that. Now, if it's just you, then you resume the hat of the King of Cups, and it's suggesting that you feel that you're now in a situation emotionally, financially, to be able to get those luxuries that you've been saving up so much for. So you're going to enjoy the higher things in life around you. Maybe buying tickets to go and see a gig, those kind of things. Spending out a little bit of money to have some fun. So it's not doom and gloom by any means. It means that your lessons are being learnt, and that you are now in a situation in your life to be able to enjoy the finer things in life, and that's good. So enjoy it. Enjoy your June. The last thing is challenges that might be out there for you. And what I mean by that is possible blockages that might be out there. So I've got the harvest card, which means a resource should be coming in. And because it's been put as a blockage, I have to reverse that card. And when it's reversed, the meaning is you've got resource, but don't just sit on your laurels. Make sure that you're protecting your resource. It all can't be used at once. Although you've got plenty, make sure you don't overrun on that. And you know what I said before about enjoying yourself, the finer things in life? Great. Make sure that you can afford it. You know, maybe it's not going to be a big ticket item that you go for. You can step it down a bit and still have fabulous times. What they're asking you to do is be mindful because you worked hard for that resource. And it's saying that it's yours, protect it, don't let it just go away. Now I've got an anxiety card next to you as a blockage. And simply what that means is don't let June be a situation where you're absolutely worrying what you're doing from day to day. You know, June is a fabulous month in the year. You've got your resource, I can see that. You've got the security in your emotional life, I can see that. So what are you worrying about? If you are finding it difficult to wind down for some reason, and you always have this anxiety with yourself, find a way that you're able to deal with that so that you can indeed switch off and be able to enjoy what's around you, because there's nothing worse than going through June and then realizing that part of June was taken up with anxiety and fear. They don't want you to have that. So that's the messages for you. Right, so that's your tarot messages for the month of June. And I'm just gonna, before I go on to my other cards, talk about that. Now, if you like the style that I read the cards, I mean, I have been doing it for over 30 odd years, then why don't you get in touch and have a Zoom or telephone or face-to-face reading with me? I've been online since 2009, and a Zoom reading is on the same platform that I'm showing you here, which means you can be talking to me and you can actually see the cards as if you were sat next to me. And the good news is, after the reading, I also send you an MP3, which is an audio file that you can listen to on your smartphone after. The telephone readings I do in the UK through a normal telephone system, or if you prefer, around the world or the UK, I do something called a WhatsApp telephone call, which those that use WhatsApp know the benefits of that because it's got a really strong signal because it's through the internet. I also record that telephone conversation and send it back to you as an MP3, so you've got that. And the last one is face-to-face in-person readings with me here in Edinburgh in Scotland. All of these, by the way, are by appointment. And the good news is, if you go onto my website, fivetarot.co.uk, there's a booking section where you click and book whatever time and day you want. That triggers me to send you a request for payment, and the payment is by PayPal, which you know you can pay if you've got a PayPal account, and even if you haven't, you can pay with your credit or debit card, or a bank transfer if you're in the UK. It's as easy as that. So have a think about it. And whilst I'm on, there's also other things that I offer, which is the Karmaqueens loyalty scheme, which means if you have 10, 45 minutes or 1 hour readings with me, the 9 readings with me, the 10th reading is gratis. So it's worth a look of what I have on the website. For those of you who don't like interacting face to face, I have email readings, so that might be something that you want to go ahead with. And finally, if you don't want any of that, why not subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is Karmaqueens Scotland. Click on the button. That helps me be able to provide you with this lovely service. That's the promotion done. So the next thing I'm going to look at is something called crystal angel cards. And why do I do it? Well, it's a way that the universe can connect with you and give you some feedback on what they feel that you need as you're reading today. So I'm mixing the cards. And I think I shall put them together. So if I mix them twice, yeah, do two card shuffle there. Fair enough. So what card are they bringing you today? Well, they've brought a card called Recondicite, and it's asking you to be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. And Recondicite is the crystal that has the vibration that helps you be aware of that to help you. And the last part of the reading is something called my yin and yang cards. They're very ancient, so the messages are a little bit simple, but all of us have connections within ourselves, our yin and yang. And if they're not in balance, sometimes we feel off. And these cards are meant to highlight what you might be off with in the month of June. And they give you some reassurance of how you could fix that. So let's have a look and see what they feel you're off with during June. There we go. Let's get those cards up again. So what it's suggesting, they've brought you card number 45, and it's about clustering and gathering together. It's a favourable time for big new initiatives. Support from powerful people is possible. Align your options with your plans. Do not perform tasks beyond your strength. And there's a chance to make an unexpected profit. Luck is with you this month. Isn't that brilliant? Now, these are just signifying the broken chakras that are within yourself. And by clustering, as they call it, or gathering together, it gives you the opportunity to fulfill that particular area that seems to be just temporarily not working the way it should be. So I hope that you enjoyed that reading with me today. And until the next time, take care.